As an anime fan who is trying to have a strong relationship with Christ, there is something that I have to confess. And that is, I have a hentai addiction. I know this may sound strange to reveal this to a bunch of strangers on the internet, but I feel like I have to make this video for many anime fans that truly just feel lost. This all started when I was around the age of 9 or 10. I didn't even know what corn even meant, but I digress. I was just finding out what anime was, and at that time, the experience was unlike anything I had known at the time. Discovering a whole entire world that was just new to me and having an experience that's just so rare for me as a child was just something I didn't expect overall, and I was just blown away by. And while I was experiencing anime, I found hentai on YouTube. It was actually really easy to find hentai on YouTube at the time because during 2012, YouTube didn't really have a lot of guidelines or rules to follow at all. Before streaming services was a thing, people just uploaded full anime episodes on YouTube, and that's how I actually found it. My first hentai show. Now, during this time, since I couldn't tell the difference between what made an anime, anything that just looked animated differently from American cartoons, I just automatically thought they were anime. So I watched it all, not understanding a single thing that was happening at the time. I'm sure most people would try to do something with those feelings, especially watching something like that as a guy. But at that time, I didn't understand what was happening. But I thought that's just how some anime were made. So when it was time for me to watch the next anime that was ecchi, like, I truly didn't understand what was happening. I thought what the two characters was doing was just having like an anime power up or a little boost overall. But that all changed one day because of this one moment. My older brother, we're just gonna call him M, shared a tablet. Right after he used the tablet, he forgot to close one of the tabs that was to one of the corn sites. And I was shocked, not because I found the tab still open, but because I believed that corn was something that only happened in anime. So I was confused, why would two adults do that? I kept watching, and I started watching corn almost every day. Till one day, my older brother caught me watching it in the living room. Once my brother R caught me watching it, he just laughed and told my other brother. But he said, "I'm surprised you didn't do anything." What he said to me at the time was just to be funny, but my young, curious brain took that as something else. So I ran with it and looked up things to do when watching. And that's how I found out what guys do when we are alone. This opened up a world of lust and desire that I wished I knew better about as a young Christian boy. This led to a spiral in my life where I would dedicate hours in this, trying to find out more worldly things in secret that I had no purpose of knowing about. I found many sites for exploring desires directed towards hentai or 18+ manga, and I wish I didn't. I've been praying to God and trying to fight this level of addiction for years now. I can say spiritually, this is one of the hardest things in my life I ever have to do. I've spent years of my life using the desires of my flesh, and what saddened me more is that it came from something that I'm passionate about. I love making videos or even discussing anime, but then the thoughts at times come about maybe I should take a break. What makes this worse is I used to try to promote lustful content like that at a time. One of my biggest videos on my TikTok account is about me being a hentai fan, but in reality it was a cry for help, because sometimes I would run to it because I was lonely that I couldn't embrace or share a moment of love with another person in my life. I would actually feel envious of people who had the chance of feeling desired by someone else, even if it was real or fake, because I craved that love as well. I would love for somebody to actually see me in a way as their lover and truly care about them. It's just something I have never had in all 22 years of me being alive, because I want somebody to love me with pure intentions and not even with lust. And sometimes that makes me go into lust because I feel like I won't get that, and the only way I can substitute that is with, I do know that it's wrong and it's not of God but of the flesh. It's worldly, and I know I need to strengthen my connection with God, because if I don't, then I can't get past this. And I'm afraid, what if I never get past this? What if I keep returning to it? How could God accept someone who never broke the chain around himself when I know for a fact God, my God, has definitely tried to help me in this fight, but I keep giving in? These are some of the things that I think of, and if I'm being truthful, I don't know what the future holds. But I do know one thing as an anime fan, and that's that I know God. I just have to keep fighting till I win with God. And I believe any one of you all that is going through something similar can overcome it one day as well. Also know that you are not alone. Pray that you grow with God to find out the truth. God had just placed this in my heart to make, and I hope you all enjoyed it. I also wanted this to be a lesson for many people in the anime community to learn from, because I know lust is everywhere, even if we don't notice it. So I want everyone to learn from my mistakes and try to grow more with God as well. And until next time, anime community, stay safe, stay blessed. And this was part 2 of my journey with God and anime.